But like, here's the thing. I keep asking people, like, what's the practical path for Trump to do this? I've actually said to people, if you actually want Trump not to deny the next election, then probably he should win, because he ain't sticking around for a third term. All he wants is to win. Once he wins, he frankly, I mean, really,
again,
like on a practical level.
Again, that's adorable that you think that.
You think he wants to stick around after that? The only reason he stuck around this time is because he lost last time. That's the only reason he's there.
I mean,
That's Daily Wire host and conservative political commentator Ben Shapiro giving a healthy dose of reality to a very likely inebriated Bill Maher on his Club Random podcast. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like one of Bill Maher's assistants might have scheduled an intervention behind his back because his discussion with Shapiro feels more like a therapy session for a victim of Trump derangement syndrome than it does a healthy debate between two sane adults.
He's not even unique in this. Once you get to be president, once you have the plane, and wherever you want to go in the world, you can get there faster than any other human being because they will clear the countryside, the streets, they will clear everything. Once you have all those kind of perks, you never want to give up. Look at Biden. He must have known that he was a shell of his former self, but you cannot. It's like flying private.
Yeah, but he's eligible. I mean, Trump's not eligible after this.
Once you fly private once,
they can't even list him on a ballot. I mean, once his second term is over, it's over. And as far as the people he's going to appoint to his cabinet, they have to go through Senate confirmation. I mean, like, here's the thing about Trump. And again, we don't have to talk about Trump the whole time, but the systems of government, the checks and balances, were built to stop stupid, blundering attempts to overrun those boundaries. They really were. I mean, that's why you can say that Donald Trump tried all this stuff and it failed, because the system was basically built for that. What the system was not really built for was the takeover of institutions from the inside, and then the gradual weakening of those institutions. So, for example, the use of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration to try and cram down vaccines on 80 million Americans, right? Or the attempt to ram down, alleviation of student loans single-handedly, and then after the Supreme Court says don't do that, the attempt to continue to do that. Or the activation of the Department of Justice to continue investigating Trump apparently for everything under the sun. Like, these sorts of things, they can be abused that way. And those abuses are pretty serious.
The fact that Bill thinks the authoritarian impulse comes from having a super exclusive version of first-class flights tells you a whole lot about his worldview. Almost as much as when he referred to Biden as a shell of his former self a few months after unironically calling him sharp behind closed doors during a debate with Jillian Michaels.
I'm not going to follow all those trails because we're here at Club Random, but I could. I mean, some of what you say I agree with, some I don't. Let's end this section of our conversation with just this one question. If he does do these things that I fear, will you admit it?
Sure.
Yes.
Of course.
I think you will. I think you're an honorable guy. You really think the hellscape that would be America would be worse under Kamala? I mean, again, all the woke stuff. I mean, this is last week's editorial that I did and this week, they both kind of have the same theme, which is that, Kamala, you need to convince the undecided voter that you're not a stealth woke nut.
Yes.
That's it.
Are you convinced?
No, but I would take that even over, as much baggage comes with that, it's still better than the guy who doesn't concede elections, loves Putin, loves autocracy, fundamentally doesn't understand that that's the linchpin to America, the peaceful transference of power. No, I don't think he would ever give it up.
It's hilarious that Maher is interrogating Shapiro about Trump and what Shapiro will do if he's right, but Bill doesn't seem to hold himself up to the same standard with all of the overblown hysteria he produced during Trump's first term. I mean, for crying out loud, Maher said he thought Trump was going to send him to Gitmo. The fact of the matter here is the closest thing Maher has, and the one he's desperately clinging to, is a weak narrative about J6 and Trump not conceding or something. But even that is undermined by Shapiro's initial point about checks and balances. I mean, Shapiro isn't the biggest fan of Trump either, and even he sees that the swamp poses a bigger threat to America than some ridiculous fan fiction Democrats wrote about Trump becoming the next Emperor Palpatine or something. But let me know what you think. Will Bill Maher admit that he's wrong if none of his predictions come true after Trump wins? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.